Hey everybody, sorry for this delay. I just had a lot of work to do yesterday, and by the time I finished everything, I figured it was like 7-ish, 8-ish. So I figured y'all weren't going to be doing the work, watching my video that late anyway. So I just decided not to do it. I do have an announcement in case you didn't see my post on Verge. Our governor, Brian Kemp, decided that we're not going to have school until, like, real school until April 24th. So let me look on a calendar and see what day of the week that is. It's probably a Friday. April 2020 calendar. Okay. So, okay, it is a Friday, so that means at the earliest we would go back on April 27th. There is no guarantee with that. Honestly, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't want to hide the truth from you guys, but I hate to say it, but I really don't think we will be back at school by then. Like, we're not even through the worst of this pandemic, so I really don't see any promise in that. So a lot of you have been asking me if you can just show me your work when we come back. The answer is no, because there's a chance that we don't go back. So I need to see your work as you do it. So that's every day. And I really hope that we do get to go back to school. But there's no certainty in that. So anyway, I'm just going to pick up on your work from today. And you were supposed to do Mountain Heart Woodworks, a work of heart. It looked like this. And then it had its own questions. That looks like this. So I'll read this to you and do it along with you, but you still have to submit your work to me, and I still have to see it. So again, if you want to show it to me on Instagram instead of typing it up, tag me in the post. Don't send it to me in a message because they're getting lost. So please just tag me, or you can just type your answers directly on Verge. So that's fine too. Or you can email it to me. That's fine. Okay. Mountain Heart Woodworks, a work of heart. The mountains of places like British Columbia and the Rocky Mountains, normally painted by a lush green landscape, are being ravaged by natural occurrences like wildfires and mountain pine beetles. Lumberjacks, however, have seen to it that these trees killed by nature aren't going to waste. Mountain Heart Woodworks is a local company that specializes in putting our natural resources to work. With a passion for wood and woodworking, they run a family business, harvesting and selling lumber. They sell the lumber to other woodworkers who use the lumber to create furniture, fencing, firewood, and more. There are several wood companies across the United States and Canada who provide a similar service. These companies cut and sell wood from beetlekill lodgepole pines and ponderosa pines. The beetlekill lodgepole pines have been overtaken by the mountain pine beetle. In Colorado alone, these small bark beetles infested over 1.15 million acres of Colorado forest beginning in 2008, killing off thousands of trees. In British Columbia, over 40 million acres have been destroyed. Ponderosa pines have also been affected by the beetles and by wildfires that have occurred during the hot Colorado summers. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. There are kids riding a motorcycle down the street. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow, okay. They don't have helmets on either. Wear your helmet. Where did I leave off? Ponderosa pines have also been affected by the beetles and by wildfires that have occurred during hot Colorado summers. Different from the lodgepole pines, these pines are very colorful with deep blues, reds, and browns. Y'all hear that motorcycle? The once green mountainsides of Colorado and British Columbia now oftentimes appear littered with gray and dying trees. Companies like Mountain Heart Woodworks, however, have found a way to use the wood from these dead trees. They roam the forest, cutting down and harvesting the dead trees from the forest. Then the company sends them through a sawmill to become different sized wood boards, planks, and beams. They then sell the wood to the other woodworkers and also create goods from the wood they harvest. Mountain Heart Woodworks' mission is to promote sustainable wood products and help our forests turn green again. Sustainable wood products are natural resources, and their use will not hurt the environment. Mountain Heart Woodworks helps our natural resources by harvesting the dead trees and removing them from the forest so that there is room for new trees to grow. Consumers are purchasing more and more harvested wood from the mountains, knowing that by doing so, they are helping to improve our mountains' landscapes. All right, let's get started on our questions. Hang on one second. Let me adjust this. Okay. How do the mountain pine beetles change the landscape of the Rocky Mountains in British Columbia? So the pine beetles, they ate up the trees, and the mountains are now littered with gray and dying trees. That's what we're going to write. The mountains are now littered with gray and dying trees. Okay? Got that? Now our next question says, are companies like Mountain Heart Woodworks having a positive or negative impact on the mountain's natural resources? Explain. Okay, so we read in this passage that they're not hurting the environment, okay? So our answer is they're having a positive impact. A positive impact because they are removing dead trees and allowing for new ones. They are removing dead trees and allowing for new ones. Okay, based on the article, what does this information suggest about the impact of mountain pine beetles on companies like Mountain Heart Woodworks? A, people do not like companies like Mountain Heart Woodworks to cut down trees. B, more people buy from companies like Mountain Heart Woodworks because they are helping clear the dead trees from the forest. Or C, fewer people buy from companies like Mountain Heart Woodworks because they don't want trees cut down. Okay, so we know that people do like, they do like this company. So obviously it would not be A and it would not be C. Our answer is going to be B. So circle B. Ooh. All right. Hang on. My laptop is like crazy right now. Okay. Based on the article, explain a likely reason that the mountain pine beetles have benefited companies like Mountain Heart Woodworks, okay? They have probably benefited companies like, what was it called? Mountain Heart Woodworks, because they have killed the trees that the company is selling, okay? So if these beetles weren't eating up the trees and killing them, Mountain Heart Woodworks would not exist because their job is to go clean up the forest and use those dead trees to turn them into something else. Okay? So we'll write, they have benefited. We'll just do MHW for Mountain Heart Woodworks because they killed the trees they use for their products. All right. Now, I want you to identify the natural capital and human resources that these companies rely on. Okay, so the natural resource, they're going to be, what is the gift of nature here? Obviously, the trees. Do you think the beetles could be a gift of nature? I do. So if you put that, that's fine. All right, for our capital resource, how are they going to cut down the trees? They're going to need a saw, probably like a big truck. What else? What? You need a sander to like sand down the wood, okay? And then obviously the human resource is the workers that work for the company. Workers for, what was it? MHW. Okay? Now, our last one. Does Mountain Heart Woodworks provide a good or a service? Think about this one. So they do provide a good because they're taking that wood and turning it into something else that someone can buy. But they also provide a service by cleaning up the forest. So it's both. Our answer is both. Okay? So this is what you should have. I'll hold it up. If you need to pause it, you can on any particular answer. Okay, so make sure you submit your work to me. We have one more school day tomorrow and for the week, and then next week we have our full week, and then we have spring break. So I don't know what that will be like because that was already a break scheduled that we're supposed to have. I don't know if they're going to go ahead and make us work anyway. They might, but I haven't heard anything about that. I'm just speculating. So we don't know. Okay, you know how to reach me. You can email me, Instagram me. You guys have, if you're in my homeroom, most likely I have called you from my Google Voice number. You can call that or text it. I'll put it on Verge, so you can call or text me on Google Voice, or you can always email me too. Okay, bye guys. See you tomorrow.